machine out for a second. Hold on. Oh, hey everybody. Yeah, you snuck up on me there. Anyway, I guess you want to do another video, huh, cameraman? Yeah. Alright. This is Al over here at Al's Motorcycle Shop, way down here in Alabama. And what we got here today is an engine case. And on a lot of these early model Evolution engine cases, the steel race, let's look over here at this motor here. This is a seal insert inside this left-hand engine case. And what happened was this would come loose and split, and then you'd have all kind of problems because the motor would be wobbling around. You know, the crankshaft is going up and down like this, and you know, if this separated, oil would leak into your primary. This is a really old fix and an old problem that they had back in the Evolution era. Of course, most of these motors aren't around anymore. But anyway, this was a steel insert. Later, in I think 92 or 91, somewhere around that era, they changed it and they eliminated the steel insert because they would break. And they made them all aluminum. So what they would do is, so what I'd do to fix them whenever this broke is, let's take a look at this motor. Now, this is just a mock-up motor I got here, and what I would do is I would cut the whole steel part out. I'd cut this whole piece out, and I'd weld this big piece of aluminum in here, right? I'd weld it on both sides. And then I take over here, if you want to walk over here, I take a look at this. If you can get in there real close to see this, I would take and I would machine it all back out so it looked just like the steel one. And you know, I take all the measurements off this one. Let's go back over here to this one. I take all the measurements off of this one. So I'd use a dial bore gauge, you know, and to measure how big the hole is and the outside. And I would just remachine it, you know, from this right here. I'd machine this down to the finished product, which is right here. Now this one, this engine case here, is ready to come out of the machine. So we'll go ahead and pull this out and take a closer look at it. And what I did to do this job, I made a special jig that I can bolt this right-hand engine case onto, and then it would be center. I always have to check the center anyway to make sure that it's in a straight line with the left engine case. That's kind of important. So we're going to take this off, okay? And if you can get close-up view on this, this is what it looks like. See, I started off with that big piece of aluminum in there, and I machined it all down. I machined it down so the seal would fit in here, and your bearing races would fit in here. And then there's also a big snap ring that goes in here. Now this one is almost completely finished as far as the machining is concerned. All I have to do left is there's a couple holes I have to drill in here to make sure that the bearing gets oil. And those two holes, there's two holes, one that supplies oil and one drains the oil out. They're real critical. Plus the 4 holes I drill and tap around here for the stator to fit on. And then this right-hand case will be done after that. This will be finished, and of course this is a future project here. On these Evolution engines, the numbers, the ID numbers, are right here on the right-hand side. So if somebody wanted to save this engine number, and this was broke, this used to be a big problem way back when. In, I don't know, in the early 90s. You don't see too many of these anymore. Most people just throw the cases away and get a new set of cases. But these can be repaired, and it's kind of lengthy, and it's about $700 for me to do it, or it's $800 to buy a new set of cases, whichever you want to do. But anyway, a lot of people just buy the new cases because I charge for it because it's quite a bit of work. But if you wanted to save those numbers, this is something I could do. Anyway, this is Al over here at Al's Motorcycle Shop, and way down here in Alabama. Over and out. Woohoo!